What happens when the unstoppable force meets the immovable object? This philosophical question seems to have found its real-world manifestation in the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict, particularly in the battle over the strategically important city of Avdiivka. The conflict began in earnest in February of 2022, when Russia launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Despite committing large numbers of troops and vehicles, Russia's attempts to make significant advances were consistently thwarted. This was particularly evident in the village of Avdiivka, where despite Russia's heavy onslaught, Ukraine's defenses held firm. As we fast forward to October 2023, Russia's resolve to capture Avdiivka had only intensified. But so too had the Ukrainian resistance. The city had become a battlefield, with both sides locked in a fierce struggle. The UK intelligence described Russia's assault on Avdiivka as its most serious offensive operation since January of that year. However, Russia's aggressive tactics had not paid off. Instead of making significant headway, the Russian forces faced heavy losses. In fact, the UK Ministry of Defense reported a 90% increase in Russian casualties. This was attributed to Russia's furious attacks on the city and the Ukrainian forces' relentless counteroffensive operations. By early November, the situation had grown even more dire for Russia. After losing 200 armored vehicles, Russian forces were now advancing on foot. The fighting had been devastating for both sides, but particularly for Russia, which had been accused of using human wave tactics and suffering a significant loss of life. In summary, the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict, and specifically the battle for Avdiivka, provides a stark depiction of the devastating toll of war. Despite Russia's relentless attacks and significant commitment of resources, the Ukrainian forces have managed to hold their ground. The conflict has resulted in significant losses for both sides, but particularly for Russia, which has faced heavy casualties and loss of equipment. Yet, the battle rages on, with no clear end in sight. This is a sobering reminder of the human cost of war and the resilience of those who defend their homeland. As we continue to monitor the situation, we can only hope for a swift and peaceful resolution to the conflict.